Whatever. Whatever. I don't make the rules. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? God's sake. All right, so first off, before I even say anything, my hubris is unfortunate. As I had to queue one more game in Marvel Rivals, I'm like one game away from ranking up to the next rank and fucking lost. So I'm kind of in a not good mood a little bit. This kind of fits this game, to be fair. Because what's up, guys? In Repair Room today, we were playing milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. Isn't that fun? It's kind of fun to say, actually. If I wanted to be in a trance or whatever, but either way, I checked the last stream's levels, and I tried to check this stream's levels, and then immediately realized that the preview window in YouTube Studio is completely unreliable. It sounds the exact same no matter how much, unless I completely mute the entire thing. It sounds like the exact same dB level no matter how much I pull that slider from top to bottom. Unless it's a major change, it doesn't sound any different. So I have no idea if there's any sound going through at all. So I'm gonna check this right now, just a second before I start this. I want the whole game to be silent this time. I thought it was a lot louder than it was supposed to be, because even OBS isn't giving me accurate reading, because obviously what it shows in the levels are little. I should know what that is, but basically the bar that shows the dB level, the volume level, loudness level, or whatever. Yeah, that's not. That doesn't mean exactly. That doesn't show exactly how loud the thing is. So lovely, actually lovely. So give me a second to check this real quick, and then we'll get into it. But I'm actually looking forward to this. I think it'll be fun. Quiet. There's no noise. Also, you might have heard me in the background there. Yeah, it's fucking. Wait, the game audio isn't playing at all. Wait, what the? Did nothing actually? Hey guys, so Ninja here, and guess what? My game decided to not play any audio. It hates me, I guess. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm looking at OBS right now. There's absolutely zero noise going through my game audio in the game audio level. So great, yay! I'm cheery right now. I'm popping. I'm so happy right now. Oh, I am so ecstatic. So happy, guys. You don't even know. You have no idea. I couldn't be more excited right now. Can you tell my sarcasm? I have a lot of sarcasm right now. So I'm almost curious about I'm gonna try something really quickly. I'm gonna do this first, but I'm gonna move this up one, see if it doesn't actually or if that actually helps a little bit. But that's not to change the actual volume level. It's nothing going through right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's off. I don't know. It was showing it before the stream. There was actual audio going through there, and the minute the stream starts up, it's like, I don't know what this is. What are you doing? What's this game you speak of? I don't know what that is. What the fuck is that? Like, what? You're supposed to be showing audio. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you actually doing? Oh, hi, hold on. It worked magically all of a sudden. You know what? Whatever. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So, anyway. All right, give me a second to make sure this actually is working properly, and if I actually may have helped a little bit with that. But, and then after that, we can get into it, because I want to play the game. I need to chill out after the bullshit I just experienced in that last game. So, I definitely need that. Shoot, I'm hitting the mic over here. I need that, or need this. Let me shut up my mic real quick. Because I put it. Oh. All right, put it at -14 because it's actually playing right now. It's ambient noise, so it's a little bit loud. Hopefully it should be fine and the actual audio is going through and you can hear it properly and it's actually decent. But with that, I think without further ado, let's get started because I don't want to sit here doing nothing all the entire time. Also, the art style reminded me of Skullgirls in the beginning. These are the character herself. Ooh. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. Interesting. This game does take place directly after the previous one, by the way. So this is legitimately after we just got home, after getting what looked like a carton of milk. Call me a bag of milk. Don't you lie to me. You think that's a fucking bag? It looked like a bag to you? That was a fucking carton. No bag of milk. That's the most square-looking bag I've ever seen. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that... I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside. But there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Yeah, that's a look right there. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. I've also noticed that it's still very pixely, your drawing, kinda. I mean, you can see you can count the pixels if you wanted to, but it seems like it's actual higher pixel count because you can actually, instead of it being very, very highly pixelized, there's enough pixels here to where it actually looks like hand drawing. It looks more hand drawn. It's still only 2 colors right now, literally just red and black, but there's just enough pixels where you can make a lot more detail, a lot more shadows. You can actually tell more is going on, which is really cool. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Someone let me know if the levels aren't good, by the way. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. So you weren't in your room yet? Oh. Jesus Christ. I met a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. That is terrifying. The fucking electric guitar is going hard in the background, too. It's a boss fight song right there. It's like a boss fight intro. So all of a sudden it's gonna start going into a nice riff and like it's going hard after. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless, but I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. Was that the same appearance of her mother before, or is that it's just far away now? I'm not sure. Also, I see the flashing lights warning, by the way. That's where it's gonna come up. I see, or come up. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again, I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hands until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then, the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. After a white veil appears in front of my eyes, my fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time. But why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every cell, while my veins and my arteries heat up, almost bursting from the pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. So she's having a seizure. She's actively having a seizure. I'm assuming a medication. Some sort of medication some sort of injection is supposed to take every so often. It's a side effect, and I'm guessing it's her mother probably is trying to make sure she's not hurting herself while that happens. Oh god, I've had to deal with that before. That's not fun. Not at all. It's actually very terrifying. From the outside, I haven't dealt with myself, fortunately. I don't know if I can say that. I'm not monetized, but still. Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. I don't know if I said words. Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory, so I gather them all later. I need to remember. I need. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. Say it. I'll never drink milk again. Or ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'm not. I can't get a gravelly voice. All right. This is just my normal voice, and then the attempt. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. Well then. What an intro. Is that a dog bark? I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm. Warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool. But the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. Yeah, I tell you, when you get older, it gets harder to remember dreams. What the fuck? Anyone else hear that? I hope the volume is decent on my. Hope the volume is decent on the stream right now, because there's something that went in my right ear, or my left ear. I don't know what the heck that was, but it did not sound good at all. I don't know what that was, but that's okay. Well, anyway, yeah, I've been thinking about making a dream journal, just if only not just like keep track of dreams mainly, but just mostly just for story ideas, because they were various for story ideas. But I swear to God, you wake up, 2 seconds pass, you only remember the last 1 minute or minute or so of your dream, like maybe 30 seconds of your dream. That's it. Some people probably remember more. That's all I get now. Used to remember the full thing. So cool. It's like, oh, I already like most of it and the core parts. I only get the last 30 seconds of whatever bull crap happened, and then wake up for a second and it fades so quickly. It's ephemeral, I tell you. It's disappointing. Anyway. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Well, you'll feel it eventually, I'll tell you that much. Oh my. It's a lot of different pills. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. That might not help. That's probably not helping. They usually have a schedule, and they tend to, I don't know. I mean, some of them have to take together. Some of them probably shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but and I want to have a better look at it. To twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. There's a smooth, protruded red capsule looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin. I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill, the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is medicine that makes me really sleepy. But not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, 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 I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies in the waste bin as well. Next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I found a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But that's my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm sleeping. I'm sure she's sure I'm sleeping already. Sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I really just want some small talk. I wonder, who's going to be my conversation partner? I figured. Hey. Hello. It's your subconscious speaking again. Get a full look at the room and actual space. Hey, long time no see. Actually cool. It's even been an hour. Jeez. You're only supposed to be once per day, right? Ah, the other half. The shadow. Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. I guess you are too. I mean, she doesn't sound like she is. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? Considering it's actually separated out, which is cool. I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best. You can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic, and I feel great, which means I can do anything, and you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. Sure. I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all beside myself. What made you happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago. I don't know what you mean. Oh my. Okay, well I guess you have one choice. I still don't understand. Whatever, unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, slimy little girl for a long time. Jesus. I add an extra word in there for just to make it flow better, but that's a little harsh. Well, it sounds like subconscious, alright? She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. To have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now. This definitely feels like a subconscious conversation right there. You have too much time to think, and oh boy, the mind comes out swinging. Gets out that Louisville Slugger and it slams it right in your shins. Oh, it's like what is it? It's like Faust from actually no, yeah. I don't remember if it's Strive or if it's Guilty Gear Xrd. But his special move I think it's Strive actually. His like special like primary special damaging move, or one of his main special moves. He fucking takes a wheelchair and he slams the thing right into your shins. Like actually like fucking like breakneck speed, it slams in your character's shins. And it is hilarious seeing the different reactions to it. But it's painful, bro. The only one that gets the only one that's more viscerally terrifying is Dizzy's and from Zerd. That one, she doesn't even hit you with that, and most of them just surrender. Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see. Yeah. Am I really that pathetic? Say something. I could feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. And that was fast, but not unexpected. Well, okay. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. She's got her own little space here, looks like. Oh. The colors have changed. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me. Trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile. Bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better, but my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. I don't know. It's hard because it's both her technically, I suppose. So, just say it. No, it's never your fault. I don't know. I legit don't have an explanation. I don't have an explanation for this subconscious type of thing. It's confusing. I'm not really qualified to talk about it. Really, fine. You keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. Oh, this is actually hitting quite close. You know, I think I said it before, but I've been meaning to not. I have a book on Freud. I haven't finished it. I actually haven't read it in like months, but that's not important. It's a series of books for different psychologists, and I've been wanting to find one of that series that's from Carl Jung. I think it might be useful here. I'm feeling a kind of shadow personality type of deal going on. I think it might be interesting to try and utilize that framework along with this. And I'm meaning to watch a video from Healthy Gamer about it too, because I had that saved for a while and I haven't gone to it yet. I think this is interesting. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you don't know how challenging it was. Sometimes it's little things. Yeah, everything's faded away now. It's all red. This with the blackness of the counter instead. Is that how you threw away the medicine? Also, the most limited color palette still. It almost reminds me of like a darker version of Undertale. But the art style and color palettes are very interesting too. Cause like, got 3 colors this time. Got red, got this like darkish purple kind of, and you have black, which is very cool. It's like that's the 3 colors really. But you can see how much you can do with it though. Even with like 3 colors. Look at how easily discernible things are. You see how easy you can check, or you see how the color. Look at the detail, god dang it! Look at the detail. And I love how everything just feels so unnatural too. How all the bottles are tall and curved away from you, like they're towering almost weird, curving towards the center of the sink. It gives that stark, everything's like something's off perspective, you know? Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Undoubtedly. Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? And what do you think? I can't be sure about anything. And you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true. The pain subsided for a bit at that time. But now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws at a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill in the air and catch it with my mouth. Nice. A bingo. No. No, space-like, kinda. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. It's very eerie. It's just interesting. What do you want then? It's not just the sound, but the visuals as well. I just want to lie down for a bit. Assuming there's probably medication for depression and then seizure medications and stuff like that. Even if there's something bound to collapse, it won't be today. I guess I'll just leave her alone. Now the scale is moved up. Makes it feel really tall, far away. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now, it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Well, that's certainly pleasant. Nothing makes me happy and feel very pleasant like cockroaches, you know? Also, where is she? This is an entirely separate room. Air conditioning unit, glancing on the shelves. Sink in here. It's like a door. Is there a bed? I mean, it seems like her just. I guess it's her room, certainly, but there's a window by the door. Inside? What? Like, where actually is this in the room or in the house? I mean, look, we saw the apartment building. Presumably, it's the apartment building, right? Where is this room? Because there's no windows by doors typically, right? Unless it's going outside. I'm assuming that maybe that's outside. I don't know. I guess that's not the door over here. It's my best guess. But then wait, she's the patio or whatever. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. Oh. Neat. I didn't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling around, whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. Let's do something. Mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. I'll drink some water real quick. A lot of talking today, so I'm going to be doing a lot more talking right now. So. This one's a much longer game than its predecessor. A lot more paths too, I'd imagine. Enough, I hate you. Actually, there's more colors too. Firefly's a bit of an orange color. I think she has multiple shades on herself as well. Sleeping bag. Okay, I'm getting a better sense of what's going on. I spring my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job, now start over. Taking notes here, toothbrush, yep. Laptop. See that sleeping bag down there. There's a railing down here, so that's probably either a patio or it's a radio. I think it's a radio. Various notes and whatnot. So you use the part of the apartment near the patio. Maybe her room's by the patio. That's probably my best guess. It's just I think there's another window on the other side, which makes it more confusing. It's like, wait, the geometry of this room is this room's all over the place. There's the radio, yeah. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. So also, those blinds are only covering one part of the window. It's not even the full window. Although I guess it kind of fits between that, all the papers everywhere, stuff all over the floor, pill bottles all over just kind of everywhere, the random boxes over the corner that was down here. Plants overgrown. I think I said that already. And then it just adds to the feeling of this room being disheveled, and the frayed wire down here, which is probably a health hazard. That's going to be more of a danger than the freaking roof collapsing on you. That thing caused an actual fire. But it just contributes to the whole feeling of it being, or of the just, like, depression. It's hard to do the simple things. Having the room be a mess just is because all the simple things have been hard for so long and just so often that it gets to the point where goes from simple things to big things, and you can't even touch them anymore. Because now you look at it and it's all of a sudden like there's all this stuff I have to do to fix the problem, and where can I start? I gotta do this, this. Don't even want to start anymore. Just break down immediately. That's just unfortunate. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? I don't know. Wait, hold on. I actually lost my track of thing. Wait, hold on. No, I don't care. A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone. You have a reason for that. Wait, back up. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better. Believe me. Same with hair as well. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all of my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. It can be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Oh, there's a clock somewhere in here. I think I saw it before and I missed it. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. Come What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else, which is what lends credence to this is her subconscious speaking to her. Because you got no one else. At that point, you just create someone. Just be yourself. Also, hold on a second. All I'm gonna say is the weather. I'll blame the weather. Okay, I also did a quick check of my levels. My levels are decent. I don't know. They're probably not perfect, but whatever. It's at least you can hear things, which is more important to me right now. This thing I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? What? Did I get a bad ending? Wait, do I save? How do I save? I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Hold on. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Oh, this isn't good. I can't save, by the way. Did you drink milk? Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? Did he bring milk? Who was he? Did her father come back with the milk? I don't know if I should laugh. I don't even know if I should make jokes. This seems like a very serious part of the game. Or say, it seems like a serious part of the game, not a very serious part of the game, just a serious part of the game. I wonder if I tear out my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? No, it'll probably get worse, actually, because it'll stop blocking stuff. They're actually pretty important, they're just annoying. I wonder if I tear out my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I needed to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk? No, I gotta... First death, I died and felt something. What the fuck is that? What is this? What is this? I see a picture of a gorilla right here. This is like a Rorschach test. I see a gorilla. Ooh, you died. I throw you back in the room. Try not to do that again. Apparently I got first death. Drank some milk, and that didn't end up very well, so there's the clock. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. My thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. No, and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things just stay in their places, and that's it. Why? It's gonna be hard to put them back together, or just maybe. I don't make a diagnosis because obviously I'm not a doctor, but I'm getting certain vibes. Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. All right then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. Oh my. Boy, this is gonna be gameplay elements, isn't it? I have an idea. Last time, becoming a vision novel character helped me achieve my goal. And I want to become a point and click adventure game character. That's certainly helpful, yeah. Oh, so yeah, this is more than one color, I suppose. She's the only thing in the she's the other only thing in the game that's more than 3 colors, which is interesting. I mean, it makes sense. She needs to stand out from the background, but still. Other than the hard outline, it's like, okay, a lot more contrast here than the rest of the game. I'm still getting Skull Girls vibes. Especially the red eye color. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Regularly, God. Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. Sometimes it's good to think about it differently. And you want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in the multiple choice. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. Wow, okay. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Or do what you want? Come on, don't be so boring. I'm just teasing you. That doesn't sound like a tease. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is reasonable. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. I mean, yes, but you're also asking your subconscious. Which is an interesting conundrum, isn't it? You're still asking. You're still doing it yourself. Just it's a bit of fourth wall breaking situation here, where I'm technically doing the work. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. Look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls up from under my sweater. Wowie! Wow, there's smoke coming from your clothes. Wait, what? Wait a minute, what? I'm interested to see where this goes, but... Can't drop a save. Can I drop a save? I can't. Oh, here's the circle. Here's the O. There's only one save. There's only one save. Okay, let's see what happens. Whatever. That's actually a really cool visual, too. Carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. It's time to come home now. As if it was in order. The firefly slowly drifts. The firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then it flies in my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. I wonder if we're actually gonna be doing funny point and click stuff. Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, oh, now we actually get to look at stuff. So is that another radio? Is that two radios? Why do you need 2 radios? You know what? I don't ask questions. I shouldn't be asking questions here. Backpack. I guess for school. Umbrella. What? Why is that a glitch? Why is that glitching out? Okay, some notes here. You know, the pills. Dresser, plants, the book, alarm clock, 3rd radio. Apparently, there's far too many radios in this location. Notes I can see to do stuff, certainly, especially if it's already hard to do stuff and hard to remember stuff. It can happen. Journal, of course, makes sense. But 3 radios? Nah, it's just too much. These look like the same fucking radio too. Like maybe it's differently. Okay, not same exact radio. It's still like you don't what. What are you listening to? 3 different channels at once? I need to hear all 3. I need to hear 3 different channels at once to get the max amount of news in my head. And I need to absorb as much news as possible. Also, I'll drop a save here, but make sure I absorb as much news as possible. And to do that, I'm gonna make sure I have as many radios playing at the same time as possible. It's just it's just how it is. It's just how it works. Yeah, that work. Anyway, let's see what this is. I can't even click it. It's hover overable, but it just glitches and you can't click on it, which is interesting. Just can't acknowledge it. Oh, I get close to the lace bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, another garbage. Boring. It's either journal or that was actual homework then. No, there's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you there, or can't disagree with you here. What are these notes, though? Your usual notebook pages, glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only it's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects. Yeah, makes sense. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? And of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My screen makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a business-like manner, it takes off into a business-like flight, and ends up entering my business-like ear. Hey, let's continue searching. Oh, she's falling asleep, I think. These pages over here. What are those? What are those? That's an old meme. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's an old meme. Just dated myself with that one. Instantly. Ah, those. Those are the photos. Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing to search or not? Or what? Sorry, cracks? Between the cracks and the frayed wire I'm still staring at right now. Okay, you actually got some problems. Forget the junk right now. That's a fire hazard. That's a structural hazard. What the Hold on a second. I'm gonna say it anyway. Are you poor? Poor. It's just like the SpongeBob. It's like the freaking Neptune SpongeBob, or it's like SpongeBob movie where they're staring at where they're talking about King. Where is it? Where King Neptune takes off his not his crown but his paper bag that he's covering his head with, and everyone just starts shouting bald, bald, bald. I'm imagining now. Actually, no. Imagine a ballroom full of rich people, and they just see somebody come in with like, they clearly it's like you wouldn't tell, if you're not gonna like just average person, normal clothes, just normal clothes, not even normal clothes, even just like maybe slightly cheaper clothes, right? Just walks in the room, maybe not even there to stay, just stay and like go through and whatever, something like that. And everyone just shuts up. Like one person sees that person walk in and just stares at them, points, poor, 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 and you just see everyone else like a chant, like it's like what is it, like Zootopia? You're gonna start a howl, start a chant where everyone just shuts up in the conversation. Everyone stops their conversations. They look over, start shouting poor, poor. They just walk through the room. You just have this one person awkwardly trying to walk through the ballroom. Just trying not to stare too hard. It's just hearing poor, poor, as everyone's just pointing at them directly. Poor, poor. I can smell your net worth. I can smell your net worth. Your bank account gotta be zero. You gotta have so much. Actually, for the rich people, have probably more debt than the poor people. It's just the rich person has debt that they can earn money with, which is stupid, but whatever. Anyway, it's like poor, poor. Okay. Anyway. Me and my tangents. Let's just move on. Okay, we are. Let us continue. Let us continue. Let us. Let us. Let us. Let us. This is my sketchbook. half its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? I don't write that rarely. I mean, I don't write that often by myself. Isn't it obvious? Or isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I have to buy a new sketchbook. No, it's because it's hard to draw. That's why. That's the BS answer. I can tell you that much. I already know it's because it's hard to draw. If you're already dealing with depression, probably going into it thinking, even if you just start off, you probably start off with drawing for 2 seconds. Realize it probably looks like garbage compared to what you've seen, or just looks like garbage to you, and take out the notebook paper and just throw it in the trash. It's like me with music, bro. Put down the notes for 2 minutes, write down my idea, then gets garbage, and I don't toss it away. I don't delete the project. It might be useful later, but I just stopped working on it. That's not why my album's taking so long. It's just, yeah, that's probably what's happening. This is the BS answer. I can't get to say. Well, I suppose this also is a legitimate question. This is a legitimate reason, kind of, but I don't think this is the actual core reason. It's multiple causes to an effect, as my engineering teacher once told me. My late engineering teacher told me. There's always multiple causes to an effect. So that's certainly a cause. But my addendum to that is that not every cause is the same amount of weight. It certainly can be other factors to it, yes. I don't think that's the core factor, though. If I can't stay stationary on store on foot, I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one. Then it'd be a good idea. Actually, I mean, I'll say that, but buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? So, just ask about her mother, and she just completely ignores it and runs past it. Not even gonna acknowledge the question. It's just like, if it has anything to do with her parent, just completely barrels right through it. Which, given how her parent is depicted in her mind, with her, with what she's going through. Yeah, I can see why you would want to talk to her. Demon comes over there. Have you had your medicine yet? Like, okay, yeah, I won't ask him for paper either. Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. That's like it's gonna be a good idea. Instead, what do you want me to do? Or instead, so you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I don't choose I don't create the responses. I just choose some of them. I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. More cracks too. You definitely have a picture being painted here if it wasn't already obvious enough. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Yeah, will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. It's buried on the previous page. Wait, what? Buried on the previous page. Wait, what? Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks in the room. It makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with a distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. Confused. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling. From every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If we wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. Wait a little longer. If I wait, open your eyes. No. It's okay, just do it. No way, I know you're lying. Something that you must have drawn, maybe written down that you really don't want to see. Maybe it hurts too much, maybe it feels too bad. Like a song that just hurts too much to listen to. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. Open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you? I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. So it's something that's going. So it's like not really dealing with the past instead of just ignoring the past, but rather than dealing with it. Yeah, understandable. Not good, but understandable. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages, and with every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings. But it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy. You made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. I spend some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Alright, give me a second. I'm blowing my nose again. Oh, hold on. Wait, what the heck was that? Hold on. What was that? The game flickered for a minute. I saw our purge come back up again, which is interesting. But all right, give me a second. It's supposed to be audio coming right now. Okay, it's supposed to be audio coming right now because I'm looking at I'm looking at OBS again. It looks like it's blank. There's nothing. Actually, there's no audio right now anyway, so it's fine. I'll make sure. There's nothing pulling through. Let me know. Cause I can't. I don't have 2 monitors to check. Fortunately, the plants maybe. Right. Insects enjoy pollinating flowers and stuff like that. Just bees. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf, step around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard, and death. I figured. Probably too much effort. At least it feels like too much effort to go and water them. So they never got watered and eventually died. Growing longer and longer, but eventually dying. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract that many insects. Or be able to attract any insects. It probably will. Just not the ones you want in your house. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Don't touch anything. The laptop. I like my laptop. I haven't touched it with years. So it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. I'm actually surprised. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. Probably needed it for school. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Oh, getting online. I don't know. Whatever. Sure. I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. Ooh, cool. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did. Before entering the web. There it is. You went on Twitter. That was it. It was over after that. Lesson number 1 of interneting. Don't touch Twitter, don't touch Reddit, and get the fuck away from 4chan. Get the fuck away from 4chan. Don't even touch that. With a 10-foot pole. DeviantArt, at your own discretion. Be careful. Tumblr. Most of it got purged, but you can still find degeneracy. You can still find some degeneracy down there. Stay away from Twitter. Avoid Facebook. Avoid Reddit, unless you need to do research. And just stay the fuck away from 4chan. You know, stay the fuck away from Twitter too, actually. Nowadays, stay the fuck away from Twitter. Avoid it at all costs. You'll thank me later. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? Sure. As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? You poked your head out of the ground and you saw fire. Yeah. Yeah. Like me. Playing multiple rifles. Playing the extra game. Get my butt kicked. Realizing that was a bad idea. I gotta play 2 more games to rank up. Fucking hubris piece of... Okay, I'm not going there. Yeah. Fine. Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. If only I knew what. Do you seriously think you're fucking funny? If I had a comment section, that'd be that. If I had a comment section, that'd be my comment section. Do you seriously think you're fucking funny? All these jokes are terrible. Which, I mean, yes, you're not wrong. Believe me, I know. So people don't talk to me that often. No, I mean, actually, that's true, but still. Anyway, it's not about it's not because of the jokes, but whatever. No, it's not important. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it was to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. And then starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. Finish searching. I guess you can only pick certain items then. Yeah, okay. But you can still keep pressing buttons, though. That's the interesting part. You can actually keep searching if you want to. But you can also stop if you want to. I don't have multiple saves right now, so you're gonna have to go through things again, unfortunately. We can always choose different options as well. I want to see what happens to finish searching here. I've managed to get out of my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? Not really. I mean, it seems that way if you're not happy all that often. It can definitely seem like it's something that just is maybe not a constant state. Depression definitely feels like a constant state. Although, I guess, from what I've been heard anyways, it's like in waves. Well, I say heard from. Well, let's not go there. But anyway, it feels like a constant state. At least that's how it feels to me sometimes. Happiness, though, it can always feel so far away and so confusing that it's like, it's flip a switch, right? Just the opposite direction, you know? I don't know. It's not like something. I don't think it's really a state you just all of a sudden. Maybe it's a slow progress. It's a slow progression. You recognize when it happens. You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. Yeah, I can see that. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? The door's been sitting open all the time. I guess that is the balcony then. Go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. I have a guess as to why. Although it seemed like before when you in the last game, it seemed like that was actually part of your regular routine. But I can also see why you wouldn't want to go over there. This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside imagining myself to be outside of a mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside of a bag of milk. And yet, there's the dottle drop. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand what you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. And that's goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I've blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I want to forget. I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But was it really necessary? What was really necessary? Saving the game? Was it saving the game? Did you recognize I saved the game? See you tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? Delete your save. Delete your save file. Did you have to save the game? Delete your save file. I nervously scratch my wrists and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. A fear, maybe. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. That's not gonna. It'd be all going back and forth isn't gonna help. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me. Even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I don't know if it's because she doesn't have enough space, but she's got a sleeping bag, which also lends credence to the fact that they just are They don't have enough. They just don't have the money for a bed, which kind of gives you another picture of what's going on in your home life. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you. If you won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know it was a joke. Anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and I always looked sleepy in the morning. And I always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Brain does not do well with lack of sleep, I will tell you that much. Dear God, the amount of times... Okay, maybe I'm actually is relevant right now. Remember back on all those days, I mean, even my sleep schedule is terrible right now, but comparatively, back in the days when I was in college and doing work and late at night, just trying to work on projects, whether even not just at work, or not just in college, but especially when I was in high school, I had a lot of nights where I was up all night doing homework, the entire night. And it is very terrifying to be at 12 o'clock in the morning, working in the middle of the hallway. You got two dark doors on either side of you. And you're tired as heck. I've been tired for already like many weeks, if not a year, if not years at this point, because I was passing out constantly even then. And just trying to not just stay awake for the do your homework, but also even when you were awake, just having that slight feeling of seeing things out of the corner of your eyes, little bugs skimming across the floor, seeing things flash by. Like it's just the doorway, but the speed at which it happens and your delusion in your head because it's already so tired that just makes it look like something is in the corner of your eye. You start closing doors, you start turning on lights. That's just one night of lack of sleep. I can only imagine what many nights of insomnia starts doing to your head. Probably this. Probably this. It sucks. It definitely sucks. Get some sleep, guys. I tell you, it definitely sucks when you don't. Even nowadays. And then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well, deserved it, I guess. I felt like I was caught in the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. And after that, I stopped. The silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess they liked this place. They always followed me. They always followed my wake, peeping at me. And I'm kind of scared of them and can't argue with them. I can't even argue with them. But today, well, you scared to tell me? Of course. They're still listening, you know? But since she's a child, so it's not even less experienced with that. I mean, actually, I was still in high school, I guess. Yeah, I'd say it screws with you, but I'm sure she's got it a lot worse than I did. Use your hands. Most I was like 2 nights. Most I would go like 2 nights consecutive without sleep. There, granted, I usually have like a lack of sleep in general. Still have a lack of sleep in general, but 2 consecutive nights of no sleep. That, oh my. Well, I can't do one night nowadays. I do one night and I feel like garbage, and I have to fall asleep at some point. So I can't do anything. I have tried. Last time it happened was like a couple weeks ago, and I didn't sleep all night. Started cutting peppers in the morning. Managed to get through all 4. Started passing out, was cutting the last pepper. I didn't actually no, I think I did cut my finger. Not too much, so fortunately, but I managed to get all the peppers cut before I went upstairs and fell asleep. Actually, I don't know if I fell asleep. I think I just went on the couch and just trying to chill for a little bit. At least just because I knew my body wasn't going to keep trying. No, I started pesting when cutting the onion. I cut like 4 peppers in an onion. Yeah, that wasn't pleasant. I don't recommend it at all. Use your hands. All right. Shoot. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you? Or you want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. So one of those pills is probably for insomnia then. It says something about her helping her sleep. And if she's going through insomnia, then yeah, that makes sense. Something's wrong with the melatonin I got over here. Oh boy. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Ooh. You won't get it. You're not even trying. Oh, now we're back into this normal. Back into the previous color palette again. Oh, this is interesting. So now we're back in the previous color palette with just the red and the light, like pinkish red, and the was it pinkish red and a bit of pink, a bit more pink text as well. It's a lot more pixely, a lot more grainy, hard to see. They're seeing things more things from her perspective. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? Also, she looks like a Pokemon trainer. Which Pokemon trainer? This is like Gloria from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Which is weird because I never played that game. Anyway. The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See, much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the bright and evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. Besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's like there's somebody else here besides me. Have they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Okay, well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. You think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's wacko. And his name is stupid. What? What is even going on? I mean, I guess it's not from her eyes, but I've seen limited color palette as well. Or it's still limited color palette, though. Are we going or what? You can go. And I need to think. I can't tell if this is actually a story or it's supposed to be your dream. I'm guessing it's a story. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine. If not for the fact that Tresca was always walking way fast, it's not for the fact that Tresca was always walking way faster than me. Oh, she looks so dumb with him. god, you little piece of garbage. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying ground beneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. As reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. It looks like it's that in Russian. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their work? Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenience. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell of that brat. A scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes." Let's go. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm one person. I'm listening to those sound effects. Oh, huh? Oh, yeah. Another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for. I don't know who's talking. Oh, actually, I don't know who's speaking right now. I forgot who's who. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. I'm gonna guess. Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walked confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I? I can't hear neither of the second part of his question nor the reply he gets. My good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking the customer straight in the eye, I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. Is he yours? If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I am sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's looking at the customer, his mouth ajar, his eyes popped. He's also shaking. That's interesting. Is she seeing things? Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, "What?" No, not again. Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. PTSD? It might be PTSD. Can you act normal? That's not a good response. Although they're both kids, so I can't expect anything more than that, I suppose. You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand. It seems. You're mean. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store's staff hanging a new sign on the door. There you are. There you are. I'd meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that's formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And then the waiting fee. The waiting fee? Oh, piss off. Yeah, the breathing fee. And the smelling fee. Use your nose, right? Smelling fee, walking fee. Piss off. What? You heard me. I did. That's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... Oh. Oh, okay. I see. That's not a good word right there. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw banknotes at the cashier, of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees. Then grab a bag of milk, turn around on my heels. We're leaving Tresca. What? I spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right toward a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks the silence. I don't think they're siblings, but I think they might have known each other. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. Oh no. I stare at his back confused. No, wait. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Oh god, this actually is terrifying. It reminds me of Mori, actually. The way the art style is drawn and the way the color palette is kind of just more like a very hand-drawn. I mean, Mori's is definitely more hand-drawn style. It still is very hand-drawn style as well, but this gave me a Mori vibes. I'm speaking of like Sunny versus Mori. Actually, that might have been a bit of a spoiler, but yeah, let's continue. Oh. Well, that answers my question. Good night, and something other phrase in Russian. I wonder if this game was inspired. I wonder if Hope Left Me was inspired. I wonder if this game inspired a Hope Left Me also. I'll let this play through. We're not done, by the way, just letting you know. But I wonder if this game inspired Hope Left Me. Because I feel a similar vibe from the two of them, kinda. Their style reminds me of Skullgirls, but that... the story feels... I'd say similar to Hope Left Me. Just, Hope Left Me is a bit different. But... I wonder if this game inspired that one. I'd have to guess it did. I felt a similar vibe from that one, or from this one that I did from that one. Still a lot more different between the two, of course. It's just... I wonder about that. Yeah, definitely a lot more people involved in this one. English translation. Of course, yes. Sure, a lot more was written in Russian. Thanks to... yes. Excellent. How do I feel so far? This is very interesting. It's definitely a very cool game. Very different compared to the other visual novels. Very different in a unit of a vibe compared to the other visual novels we've played through so far. So we're back here now, beginning. We haven't touched too much stuff yet, so this is not even red anymore. Big different options this time. Actually, I'm trying to go through all of them. See how that happens here. Probably should have saved, but we're gonna keep going through it then. Regardless. Yeah, I wonder... what am I thinking of? Yeah, I do wonder... whatever. I lost my train of thought. Let's just keep going. We'll see what the other options have in store. I tilted my head backwards and almost fell over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. That's the closet. That's the closet. That's a freaking closet. No, that's not a closet. That's a freaking shell. That is a what? It's a cabinet. That's your closet. Even for like a cheapo house, that is a ridiculous place to put a closet at. Can you fit clothes in there? That's not big enough for clothes unless you fold them. Even then, that's the most jank way of storing clothes I've ever seen in my life, which I guess makes sense. Saving costs, but still. What? Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. What? Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for a thousandth of a percent. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm connecting the dots here. That event with that boy seems like it actually happened. And I'm assuming it caused this. I mean, her living situation was probably already not so good beforehand. But what probably pushed over the edge was that traumatic experience. And yeah, I can definitely see, especially at a younger age, why that would cause a lot more distress. It's the point where you're in a deep depression. You can't sleep because you keep reminded, because every time you sleep, you dream of that event over and over again. Ah, good old PTSD. I love to see it. Oh no, you don't. Then act normal. What is normal? Let's go with the alarm clock then. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. You tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold up my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout to help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Well, let me do some water real quick. One thing about visual novels, man, it's a lot of talking. Alright. Fine. You have a clock in front of you, though. Clock. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction. Then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes in the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. Also, that boy, he might have been, I guess maybe he was actually autistic. But people around here don't seem to be very knowledgeable, or at least that's what I'm looking for. The word's evading me, but it's like, I guess not necessarily lenient, but more forgiving. I don't know. But they're just treating him harshly, very bad, and just not very well. There's a negative comment, at least in that area. It seems like a very negative connotation. Which, because they heard that a lot, from where it caused him to want to take his own life, because it was getting to be too much. Yeah, it's not ideal. A mess. Well, are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Wait, what? Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. I guess radio number 1. Let's go for radio number 1. Oh, wait, what? Huh. Interesting. What the frick? That's a banger right there. Oh yeah. Put this on the club. Put this on the club. Shut that whole thing down immediately. Oh yeah. Put that. No, this is go. This is go harder trap beat. I'll tell you. Okay, well, after you stop, if you change up the freaking beat pattern like that, you're not helping everything. I didn't expect that. You threw me off. You threw off the Emperor's Groove. You can't be doing that. People have been killed for less. Well, it's not even flow. We kind of. Yeah, it's not even flow. That's cool. This just sounds like a regular nose cast that's been distorted. I got nothing for this one. I guess kind of I do. All right, fine. I'm done. That could go first like some break beat or not break beats like. Why did I forget all of a sudden what it was? It's like not jungle. It's break. What is it? Breakcore. It's breakcore. There's too many subgenres of music, bro. Too many subgenres of EDM. On the whole thing, I think I have some stuff written down though. I need to transfer all of my references over, like lists of different references of song genres of like synthwave. I've got dubstep. I've got trance, house, classical. I've got future funk. Tried some future bass. I don't freaking know all these genres, man. Classic house. Some of them I didn't even shoot. I don't know. Like some of these, like some, what's it? They're cool. Don't get me wrong, but there's a whole lot of genres of music, especially under EDM, especially just under EDM. I don't fucking know anything about. Like somebody comes out with like, you got like freaking retro. I don't know, retro treble or whatever. Like retro funk, like funk bass. Like, are you making funk bass? That's funk bass right there. Like, what the f are you talking about? Just call it. You know what? I'm fine with it. That doesn't piss me off. But it confuses the heck out of me to the point where I'm like, I don't care. I'm labeling electric. I'm labeling it electronic, and that's it. I'm done. Just like I'm not even trying to figure out what the heck this is. There's too many genres out there. I don't fucking know, and I'm not even trying to figure it out right now. But anyway, enough of my rant. Let's continue. It's not easy to get out. It's not easy to get out of here. I mean, the door's open right there, but I suppose that's not really a good option. What? Oh, I guess that's it then. Air conditioning unit. I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh, hold on a second. I'm in too much of a rant over here. I'm stopping all my sinuses again. Jeez. Perfect timing. Hello, I took a second to look up chat. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Fortunately, we still got some time left. Be interested in seeing how this goes. But yes, welcome. Can't stay, but I just dropped in to say hi. I love this game. All good. Well, the VOD will be there when the VOD will be there when it's done. You can always watch that in your own time. Be here chilling, vibing to the spicy beats. Drop some trap beats. Actually, hold on a second. One thing I did notice before when I started this game was that the actual one thing I did notice before, first game, was the actual name of the executable. It's like PK. It was like, I can actually just look it up right now in OBS. It was like, yeah, PMKM or PMKM. This one is PMKM2, which that's not an acronym for milk inside of a bag of milk or milk outside of a bag of milk. I don't know what the acronym is for that. And the actual window itself is just labeled Boom. Like just BOOBOM. And it's like some of them are capitalized, some of them are not capitalized. There's definitely a meaning there. I don't know what it is. there's some meaning to this. I don't know what it is though. Not right now. And I can try and theorize right now, but I don't have enough pieces and it's not clicking for me right now, but I'm keeping that I'm just gonna put that in your mind. I'm gonna try and keep that in my mind as well. How well that will actually happen, I have no idea. But might be interesting to just think about and remember. Anyway, enough of the droning noise, let's continue. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't just disappear like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I do, I don't. I'll pretend I do. Sure. Okay. That I'll follow that logic to wherever it leads. Not very far, but sure. That's cool. The fan. What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight at a giant fan, and I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. I feel like there's hidden things around this game that I don't know about. Like this, I feel like you have to do something specific to actually be able to talk about this. Like that's something that's gonna be important at some point. If you encounter all this stuff and encounter certain things, you might be able to actually talk about this. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just continue on forward for right now. And we'll come back to this hopefully. I look down. My scroll bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. So she's an artist, I see. I mean, she was already an artist before, but still. Getting ideas, I see. Totally not cool. Totally not cool. Senseless and cruel. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there. And I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? I figured. Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright. What would you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. She's in college? Or unless, do they have dorms over in Russia? I have no idea. Like, for high school? I have no idea. Even, I mean, I have no idea how school systems in other countries work. At least below college, I assume. That's it? Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. So, I mean, skip classes. I mean, if you skip classes in college, professors don't care. Like, legitimately, they don't. You're paying for it, and you're paying a fucking stupid amount for it, certainly, but you're paying for it. They're like, well, I mean, you're the one paying for this degree. You're trying to. If you think you can sleep through class, oh, sorry, I'm reeling myself here. If you think you skip class and still pass the class, you still pass, or just don't care enough, that's on you. Oh, so it wasn't intentional, but anyway, like that's all you, okay? Just deal with it, you know. But yeah, no, professors aren't gonna tell you off. They just don't care. They're like, oh well, I guess they're just not gonna show up. They don't show up. They don't show up, and they'll either maybe they'll pass with a decent grade and they'll move on, or they just won't pass and they'll take it again, or just I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter to them. Some of them might care, just a little bit. I mean, they'll care if you care, but if you don't care, clearly don't care, then you're just gonna move on. There's no point in worrying about it. In high school or below, they'll care, yeah. You never graduated though, so I'm assuming. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Interesting. Now I'm confused again. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner. We had dinner and went to our rooms. What happened then? I don't remember. Does it even matter? Okay. Good. Look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the small metal parts. And there's also shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever. I don't care anyway. I almost ended up kicking the bag in a sudden fit of anger, or in a fit of sudden anger. But I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse, and I'll go blind. It's already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? Something about maybe... If I had to guess, I'm reminded of something from Katana Zero, where at least just people talking about it, and I read through like pretty much near the whole wiki of Katana Zero, but at least from what the comment was describing about the null types, how alphas and betas might have to try and there's like different types of nulls. If you ever play Katana Zero, nulls are a type of person, at least they're a person who's able to actually see forward in time. There's three different types. It's like alphas, beta, and then gamma. Gamma is like the most powerful type, which is able to see minutes into the future very, very accurately at the same time. Supposedly, alphas and betas are very, very low. They can see into the future still, but it's not as accurate. So they have to see it in the future multiple times in order to see what's actually the same, or at least that's what I've heard described about it. They see it in the future multiple different times to see what's actually see what pieces of information are the same and what's correlated with each other. Like just it's like running a test multiple times to see what it's like running a test multiple times to see what responses are consistent, and then using that information to make the decisions. And trying to just base yourself off those consistent decisions, because you don't know if anything else is actually like real. You don't even know if that decision is real. It just has more evidence to back up. It just has more evidence to back up itself. But what I mean by this is that I'm assuming, just based on what we've learned today, this based on my theories, it seems like if she's having insomnia, a lot of insomnia, and is likely having some, especially dissociative depression, is what I've seen anyway, and she's probably seeing a lot of things and just seeing everything doesn't seem either real or just is all over the place. I'm assuming after a while, it's probably everything's is for a while felt just all over the place and off. But over time, like certain things in her visions were just they stayed consistent. So after a certain period of time, seeing these things consistently after a while, realize that okay, it's probably actually there. It's probably real, unlike the rest of the visions and all these other stuff that's going around the place. All these weird situations, all these weird entities and whatever. This seems like to be a real object, or a real piece of the room, and so it just locks in place in her mind, kind of like okay, I can lock this part of the room in place because it's actually consistently there in my visions, and she's done that to merely the entire room, maybe not so much the outside, which is why it's likely looking like that. But basically, something that gets moved, suddenly all of a sudden, if something gets moved, it's like there's a change in her vision. All of a sudden, the picture's changed. It's no longer a consistent element. It's moved. It's nebulous now. And so I have to keep trying to figure out what's going on. She'd have to refresh her memory or rerun the tests to see what the consistent elements are again. Because I'm assuming after moving it, then all of a sudden it becomes part of the visions again. It becomes inconsistent, or maybe a vision, or visions will spawn from that occasion into multiple different scenarios. And she has to run those tests again, or figuratively speaking. Run those tests again to see what's a consistent element, and then lock it in place once more. So in this case, it's like, yeah, you gotta lock in to what are the consistent elements. Move anything else now. Okay, I have this picture. It's consistent. I know where everything is. I know what's going on. I can move some things, certainly. Things I have to move, but they start going all over the place, whatever. But the big things, I don't want to move too much, because if I move them, all of a sudden, I don't know where they... she sees multiple different scenarios. It has to figure out what's actually happened, depending on how big the situation, depending on how much has changed, or depending on what's happened. Has to just figure out what's consistent, and then once they have the mental picture in mind, okay, we can move forward with that. But that's hit my mic back. So that's just my theory anyway. That's just a theory, a game theory. Thank you so much for watching. Although I'm not done. We're not done yet. Don't go anywhere, please. We're not done yet. What do you mean you go blind? You nailed it. Oh, lovely. I choked myself by accident. Hey, well, I pat myself on the back for that one. If I didn't eat the brownies already, does this feel like garbage? Oh, I'll be looking forward to those after this. Yeah. I nailed it. Fucking called it. Let's go. Yeah. I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly. And vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. Look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's really glowing, and it can't even fly. Guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. And there you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies toward me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure. Let's continue searching. The umbrella. The umbrella emanates a faint. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder. It's the only thing that defends me from. It's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. Such a blessing that it's such a blessing that it can do that without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It'll catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. Okay. The dresser? I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. That was quick. What if? I don't even want to think about it. What's inside? Who knows what I'll end up imagining? Just shut that down immediately. Jeez. Like, no. Not doing it. No. I don't want that. I turn my eyes toward an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it. And a small towel was hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. I'm curious. There's a sink in this room. Where's the shower? Why would they have the shower and the sink in the same room? What is this room? I mean, it's her room, certainly, but what is this room supposed to be? That's my question. That's a closet. There's a freaking sink there. Where even if there was a shower, there's a window right freaking here. This is another door. I'm not seeing from they were only seeing one direction, so I don't know. I may be asking the stupid questions. Like, where's the bathroom in the video game? There's half the bathroom's right here. Where's the other part of the bathroom? Is it just sitting on the open? These are important questions, all right? Okay, let's look somewhere else. These are important questions, all right? I'm asking the hard questions here. I'm like a journalist integrity. I'm asking the hard questions here. Where's the fucking bathroom? All right, anyway. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. Oh my. Don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. Yeah, you already fixed that. I may not do that today, but I do want to see what as sheer curiosity, I might just look it up actually. See what these responses end up leading towards. Nothing good, I imagine, but still, it might be important for lore purposes. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Of course not. It's what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, and pills rain down from it, along with them, a firefly! Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands on my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Guessing sleeping bag then? Heh, this is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature will be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deeper. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items. Close their eyes and then, hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slapped my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Oh, she's definitely tired still. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary. They always cause insomnia, just like tonight. It tends to be that way. Okay. You think too hard, you think too much. Next thing you know, you can't sleep for like 20 minutes, or an hour, 2 hours, or 3. I've been there. Well, not as much as her. It's definitely a lot worse. She has reason to be past. And she has reason not want to go to sleep. Actually, I do too. Never mind. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, no. Okay, so we've already seen this before. I'm just checking off the boxes here. I think we've only got the stuff that we've looked at before, other than the radios. If this, yep, this, we know these all have fireflies in them. Just checking anything else. Actually, I think we checked this as well. So we have already seen this part. So we definitely, now we know kind of why she didn't touch these as well. Why don't you just throw them out? Because she's melted them on the picture. She moves these things right there. Boom, empty space. You gotta refill the spot with what happened. With once she moves these things, like cutting out a piece of the entire room. Suddenly suddenly she has to rebuild this area after through all the visions and all the entities and whatever she's seeing, just to rebuild what's actually here again. And who knows how long it's gonna take, and she doesn't want to do that. So be careful not to press too much and then press too fast. A boring story, yeah. Well, yeah, we've already seen this, fortunately. I'm just trying to get this, see what happens if we do all these things. We can actually keep going despite the thing telling us to go to sleep, which is interesting. I'm just gonna skip through these. Nope. So finish searching. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna keep going. Touching by heart. I'm actually gonna do different options this time. Thank you, Mom. Oh, I guess I don't have to. Yeah. See, searching. Notebook. Draw that rarely. Why? Just go with that one. Sketchbook, tipping over the wires, tipping back. So we just ignore the whole thing. Let's not go there. Alright, let's see here. Open your eyes. You have to go through this whole thing again. Calm down. Calm down. She finally does. So was that dream when she was much younger then? I'm assuming... I said I have no idea what actual age she is. I won't make speculations here, but... It's also hard to tell. Assuming that dream was when she was much younger, it's hard to tell the limits make of time. It's clearly been a while she's been in this situation. Just don't know exactly how long. It's really enough to the point where it's gotten pretty bad, but like it depends on how bad it is. It can happen a lot faster than normal. I'm assuming it's cool. I feel like it's been at least like a month or two. I mean, that sounds like not that much time, but if you're really going through it, I mean, she's got PTSD and a lot of things going on. I can certainly see it going downhill very quickly. And that's the point where plants are dying. It looks disheveled, but I feel like this cracks on. If it's a layer of dust on here, it hasn't used it in years. That's dead plants over here. That's probably hasn't been touched in a long time. Cracks over here. Frayed wire probably hasn't been touched either. I don't know. Maybe it's been. I mean, especially for last game, we know about her dad as well. It's probably been a lot longer. Just don't have the exact span of time. Guess we have that. Okay, missing one thing, I believe. Other than this. That's the thing. What are those? What are those? I can't help myself, right? I have memes in my head. Memes. They bounce around like fireflies. I think that is everything. Just quiet. It's a banger right here. Call that Prowler E Sonata or something. I didn't freaking know. Alright, well anyway. Still can't click on these, which is interesting. I don't think there's anything else we can click on though. Hey, we can click on this. We can click on the light bulb. I wasn't done. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to the light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposefully want to lower their self-esteem. I think that's it, actually. No, I think that actually is it. See if there's anything else. Scan the room, hover over everything, make sure we got all the spaces, and of course these parts. They don't count in this scenario. I think, other than the boxes. Still can't click on these, by the way. I mean, which is interesting. I don't know why it's but those are hover. They can hover over those for a reason. I think you can. I think you can interact with that. Just not. You have to do something. You have to do something to actually reach that, which is. I don't know what the requirements are for that. They're like central, like left. This is like right. Interesting. Can't have them all at the same time. I think that's it though. I don't have anything else to click on yet. I think that's all I've got. All right, well, I guess we'll move on then. See if there's anything else that changes. You found all the fireflies. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. Oh, wait. I guess. I managed to gather my thoughts. Something still worries me. And then, on the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, just going back to starting point. It changes it all, zero sum. Happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, I'll go up to the balcony and breathe in some air. Somehow this word triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? It may sound silly, but I feel like something was watching me. That seemed like a very dangerous thing to say. Oh, my watch is going off. I'm always curious to see what happens if I pick this. We didn't see it before. This is... I don't want to pick the negative options too much because I feel like it's just going to go in a different direction. No. Oh, God. I have to drop a save, don't I? I have to drop a save. There's only one save, too, so I have to be careful with the save. I saved too late. Can't do anything too early. So, I'll drop it here. Well, that actually is moving. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. I was like, am I seeing things, or is this thing moving on me? This thing actually zooming in. No, it actually is. I looked at this, I was looking at the pixels on the side. I was like, this is actually moving right now. And I'm curious to see what happens if it goes all the way to the sides. I'm actually gonna let it go for now. Before I was like, okay, I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. I want to see what happens now. You've piqued my curiosity. We'll just keep going. Does it stop at all? Does something happen? Do you get jump scared? Ooh, I hope I get jump scared. It's exciting. I'm waiting for it. I'm raring for it right now. Come on, give it to me. Andale. Rapido, come on. I'm here to get terrified. Is that all you got, game? Come on. The O zooms in. You see into the void of nothing. It's only you in the endless darkness. Staring back at you, I stared into the void, and it stared back at me. No words were spoken to either. And yet, I could feel its eyes peering into my soul, dragging me down further into the darkness. Further, deeper, darker. I have seen shades of black no one has ever seen in their entire lives. The souls of the damned pulling me down. The fires blazing on the walls as they creep further and further closer. I can feel the heat on my skin. It burns. It burns more. More! It feels tingly. All of a sudden, it starts getting cold. I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I'll be fine. And then the heat blazes again! I'm having too much fun with this now. Oh, shoot. I put the game by accident. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? I don't like where this is going. The Tower of Babylon, but it's interesting. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, there's hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. Yeah, this is what I mean. Look at how formless and, especially since she's had insomnia for a while, look at how formless this is. She can understand there maybe, like, there's, in the visions, you can understand there's apartment buildings, there's balconies here and there, and like just, there's balconies around the place. Maybe understand that much, but everything's formless and visionless all over the place. There's just no coherence. There's no ground to any of that stuff. Probably to take a while for it to actually get some grounding and to see what's going on, to see who's actually there, and where it actually is, and locking it into place. I guess it doesn't go out here long enough for that, which is understandable. This will be a giant eyeball, by the way. I'm seeing veins here, I'm assuming. I thought those might have been bugs, but I think those are veins. And I think that's supposed to be an eyeball. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. It seems like it wants to be heard by every person living there. It must feel so lonely, living in endless silence. The apartment building's pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point, it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? Or was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Probably because of the eye in the sky. This. I already told you, haven't I? About what? Oh, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing, and then my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a bit happy, a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself, after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pallet's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. Ooh, some rhymes there. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. Okay, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, fortunately. Oh, and look at that. Oh, the red's transferred from outside to inside. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Yeah, so now it's actually dark out here. Now it's actually red in here. Or was that red before? Was it red before we went outside or afterwards? I don't know. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself the outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time, still being me. Ridiculous, like a milk outside of a bag of milk. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud to me. No, excuse me. You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? What about last update? What's up one forever? Tomorrow. Ever. I'm guessing it's the same thing as before. Yep. This is like the main ending, it seems like. Alright. So that bedtime's where you got. That was past. Focus on something actually important. Oh, I see. Focus on something actually important, and then go back to this moment in her life, which was not pleasant. I'm just gonna kind of skip through this again. But we've already seen what happens here. I still absolutely love the art, by the way. The shading and the lighting and everything like that. Oh, it's cool. Everything, I love how everything is also, notice that everything, aside from the hard outlines, which makes everything more clear in at least makes it known what you're supposed to pay attention to. Everything doesn't have a hard outline, it's more frayed and fuzzy. Except it makes the contrast between what's supposed to be focused on, what's supposed to be in the background a lot clearer as well. I'd say it reminds me of the Lion Song. But the Lion Song actually does similar. I'd say it looks like something similar as well. You see the hard outlines on characters, kind of. It's a little more subdued. Because I feel like the color palette in here is it's like a lot darker, a lot more, like the purple and like the sort of dark pink. I don't know if I say magenta or red or whatever. Is a lot more. What is it? It's. I want to say the paler palette is more monochromatic. I feel like the pink is still connects with the red and the black, it's not monochromatic like the color palette in the Lion Song is. The Lion Song is a little much more. I want to say it's slightly wider. It's like 4 colors instead of 3, and it's also a lot more closely aligned. Not to mention, it doesn't use this. The actual. What is it? This one using much more blurry and sort of grainy visuals for the background helps with this game's themes and its presentation of it being a lot darker and more psychological, whereas the Lion Song is a lot more smooth and still keeps that same style with it like these characters have right now, but it keeps that for the entire area. It's just the characters themselves have more detail and have more hard outlines to make them more discernible between them and the background. They're also a little bit more dynamic too. But I think there's some dynamics in here too. It's like not just purple and not just pinks and everything for the outlines. It's actually whatever's contrasting, which is cool. But it's much limited. It's just like there's still mainly 3 colors here, which just limits things a little bit. But that's part of the appeal, you know. Anyway, I'm going off on things. I'm going off on. On the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly. Okay, so we already saw this. That's why I'm doing off on tangents here. Unfortunately, we already know what's about to happen here. No, it's a series of events. Yeah. I will say though, this is once again between this game and the Lion Song. It's but just a couple showcases of it doesn't matter the color palette, or it doesn't matter how many colors you have, it's what you do with them. Style, visual style matters so much. Visual direction matters so much in the game, bro. Like mine still has some consistency issues because I'm a freaking noob. But just seeing how they utilize the limited color palette to make things discernible and clear, and also benefit the games and their themes. Like they said, there's three colors here. There's pink. I don't know what the other color is. Burgundy, whatever you want to call it. Brown, and black. That's it. That's the only three colors you have here. And yet, look how much detail you have with this. Most of these people, the only person who has three colors is the main person supposed to be focusing on here. Is like one of the two main characters in this scene. That's who has three colors right now. Everyone else has two colors, and yet you still can see other people. See the cashier, see the bag of milk. The background itself is blurry and unfocused, which makes sense. You still have some hard outlines. You can see the counter. You see somebody's holding a basket. You still have a lot of detail with just two colors. It just matters what you do with them. Something to remind myself as well. They have the shadows as well. You even have shading with the two colors as well. There's certain line work and certain just where you put the difference in colors and the contrast, everything like that. It's doing so much with so little, you know. Same thing with Lion Song. Just Lion Song is like four main colors rather than three, and that's more of the entire game as well. Aside from aside from the menus, the actual game itself is like 4 colors max. I think it's very, very interesting. The color palette here is also darker too, just in general. Yeah. This situation. I also noticed that line, as I was looking through, as I said before earlier this stream, I was looking at the previous video to just check levels and whatnot. This line shows up when you like roast. I said roast the main character, like you demean the main character too much. Like you say it like 3 times, or just suppose you hit certain points. This is the line that she says. It's like, looks like blank isn't helping me at all. Guess I'll try something else next time. I think this is where she got it from. This moment, where she got that line from. In a similar situation too, because the entire time I skipped through this, of course, but the entire time in this scene, or at least this situation, she didn't. I mean, aside from like the last part, maybe kind of. I was supposed to skip through it and I forgot, but she's kind of been. She was kind of helping him in the last scenario in the store, at least getting out from the store certainly, but in general she's been very standoffish and if not almost like not physically hostile, but just emotionally hostile, verbally hostile towards Tresca here. And so after having too much between her and the people in the store, that's too much, and it looks like you're not helping me at all. And then like that's it. That's done. That's the final line that you get. And the same thing happens in the first game too. You talk down to her too much. You're too verbally abusive, and then she pops this line right here. There's a parallel. Like this looks like this affected her a lot more. Like, it's interesting, the parallels. I don't know if this was thought of before this game was made, or if the developer had this in mind, but it's a cool parallel. Just noticing it. And yeah. Interesting. So I guarantee there's definitely more secrets to be found in this game, like those boxes that we couldn't find out before. And of course, you can always try the negative responses and see what happens there. Which I'm imagining if there's more options here, it's probably not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pleasant. I might even get that line again too. But we're out of time today, and yeah, I'm probably not going to go sleep. I'm probably not going to go sleep myself. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stay up way too late, even though I got to go to the grocery store tomorrow, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna let this thing finish. Well, yeah, I mean, I can just kind of click probably. I don't know. I'll let it play out then. But yeah, that's it for tonight. This is a very interesting game. A lot of good discussion today. A lot of interesting moments. I'd say more like me doing weird crap as usual. But that's what you get when you sign up for it. What you get when you're watching a ninja stream. You get some. You might get some insight, and you get a lot of stupid crap. You know, it's just what it is. Let's piece together the story, start getting some actual insight with that. But regardless, I think this is very. I don't know. It's very clear. I don't know if the developers did research for this, but it's very clear they had a lot of thought put behind this. Not just the visuals and the writing and the way it's presented as well. You can kind of choose which subconscious to be, which is very interesting. But yeah, I expect people to talk about it a lot. There's a lot more detail and more story behind the characters, and at least the main character in the world. It's a very interesting presentation of the concepts it is trying to discuss, and I think it does it pretty well. At least, yeah, I think it does it pretty well. The thing that really made me go like, huh? Now that came from me. The parts that made me go, huh? That was from me. That wasn't from the game. That's from my bull crap. Regardless, that's enough rambling for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Next week I'm gonna be taking next week off. I thought I had something to do next week. I think I have something to do next week on Friday. So I don't know if I have time. I might do a surprise stream of something I don't normally stream, but I would count next Friday as being just an empty week, and then the week after Friday I'll figure out what to stream then. I don't know yet. It's usually a surprise because even I don't. It's usually a surprise because I try to make these more fun. So, while in certain cases like this, this game, the previous game, okay, I already bought them with the intention of playing them on stream, so I had those kind of planned out a little bit. And you know, the next stream, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So, we'll look forward to something, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Binding of Isaac, maybe Risk of Rain, maybe Minecraft, maybe something new. Who knows? But we'll see. Regardless. If you want to know when that shows up, do the normal YouTube stuff. Make sure you can get notified about whatever happens, whenever the next stream comes around. And yeah, that's it for me today. So I'm done. Y'all have a weekend, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Me.